My dad has a disease called sarcoidosis. You're probably asking yourself, what is sarcoidosis? Until my dad was affected by this disease, I too did not know anything about it. But I researched the disease and learned a little more about it. Today I will tell you about this chronic disease as well as share with you how it has affected my family. Sarcoidosis, or sometimes called sarcoid, is a disease that almost always involves the lungs. Other organs commonly affected include the eyes, the skin, the liver, spleen, and lymph nodes. Sarcoidosis is a disorder that causes tiny nodules, granulomas, of inflamed tissue to develop in the body's organs. These nodules can join together, forming larger nodules that interfere with normal body functions, such as breathing. The signs and symptoms of sarcoidosis depends on the organ involved. When it affects the lungs, there will be wheezing, coughing, shortness of breath, and/or chest pain. The cause of sarcoidosis remains unknown despite more than 100 years of research. My dad's doctors think he may have gotten it from the water in Diego Garcia or Iraq when he was stationed there in the United States Navy. Many people with sarcoidosis clear up without any treatment within a few years. However, some may have long-term effects or a severe case of this disease, like my dad. Sarcoidosis has taken over my family. This disease has greatly affected our quality of life. We can't do stuff like we used to because another symptom of sarcoidosis is fatigue. My dad can walk for 5 minutes and he has to sit down for at least half an hour. Sometimes we just have to stop what we're doing and go straight home or take him to the hospital. My dad is always sleeping and can barely walk on a daily basis. His feet are usually swollen and enormous with bumps on them, probably the granulomas I mentioned earlier. My dad also takes a plethora of medication and he uses a cane to help him walk, which he has wrapped in purple tape. Purple is the color for sarcoidosis awareness. A couple of weeks ago, my mom had to call 911 because my dad had a seizure and/or a stroke. It's difficult to see your dad in that condition, but he's okay now, so that's all that matters. Yet another symptom of this incurable disease is joint pain. My dad is always in pain, and it's so hard to see someone you love in pain. When he cries, I cry. I usually just go into my bedroom and let it all out. All that my family can do now is just push through it and don't give up. We have good days and bad days. Even with this debilitating disease, my dad is still my dad. I love him with my whole heart. In conclusion, if you ever meet someone who has sarcoidosis, you can now imagine a little bit of what they are going through. Remember, just because you can't see it doesn't mean they don't have it. Don't judge people. You never know what kind of battle they are fighting.